Hey guys, it's Craig here. Welcome back to Vinyl TV. I told you. Introducing the Fluance RT81 Plus turntable. Yes, it is here. And I want to show it to you and I want to talk about it and talk about a little bit of my history with Fluance and how I've been very pleased with their products. With no further ado though, I know why you're here. You're here to see this thing. And here it is. You know, I love the fact that the lids on these turntables are spring-loaded. They stay up by themselves. You don't have to, and then you can actually keep them down quite low before they'll actually close. That's a nice touch. A lot of turntables these days don't have that. So it's a very nice tinted lid on that. Let's just remove that. And I'll set that down carefully over here so that we can look at the machine itself. And so let's talk about the features of this turntable. Now, the RT81 I purchased back in 2018, I believe. And I purchased it with my own money. I bought it. I researched turntables. I decided what it was that I wanted in a turntable. And I carefully chose the RT81 by Fluance. They're a Canadian company. They make excellent stuff. And I've been very happy with my RT81 ever since then. And I still have it and still been using it. Have had no problems with it whatsoever. So yes, I have my gloves on because I'm going to be handling this thing and I don't want to get fingerprints all over it. The first thing that you'll notice about it, of course, again, is the acrylic platter mat. The platter itself is aluminum. The mat is acrylic. We'll get to that in a moment. I want to start from the bottom. Now, the RT80 turntable and the RT81 turntable are their lowest on the totem pole, and they have just regular feet on the bottom, just 4 regular feet, and I don't believe that they're adjustable. So this RT81 Plus is an upgrade to the RT81, and I think that Fluance, I love what they've done here because they've looked at some of their higher-end turntables and said, but if somebody doesn't want to spend that much money, why don't we carry some of the features down onto our lower end turntables? And that's what they've done. Makes things a little bit more enticing. So if you have an RT81, great. Love it. Awesome turntable. These are great turntables. All of them are. But if you're still looking for one, the RT81 Plus is a great one for $299 US. I think that's what it says back there on their website as of this time. So what they've done to this particular model as an upgrade from the RT81 is, first of all, they've upgraded the feet underneath. Now I'm gonna lift. This is why I got my gloves on. I'm gonna hold all of this stuff down, and we're gonna lift this up for you and show you the bottom. I don't think anyone has done this for you up until this point. There are the 3 feet on the bottom of that turntable, and they are adjustable. And yeah, that's a little heavy. That's got quite a heft to it, this one. It's a nice hefty plinth, and nice and smooth and everything. Beautiful looking machine here. So 3 rubber pointed feet, which are all adjustable. Now, the nice thing about 3 feet instead of 4, well, they send you a little level with the turntable, little thing that you sit on here in a little bubble, and you can see how level this is. Of course, it's important to have your turntable level so it will track properly. And so you just basically, do the 2 front feet first. And when you get the turntable, you have to their feet are tight. They're screwed in pretty tight. So you got to loosen them off. Might take a little bit of torque there to get them loose, but once they're loose, they do adjust. You do the 2 front feet first. You look at the little bubble and you get it so it's in the center from left and right. Once you get that done, you go to the back 3rd foot and you just turn it until the little bubble is centered from front to back. So much easier than 4 feet. 3 is so much easier to level. And the fact that they're pointed like that means that there's less contact between this and this. So that means quite possibly, if not more than likely, less noise interference, vibration and whatnot, or feedback from your speakers. And as a bit of a bonus, there is a little bit of suspension here, as you can see, on those feet. So that's going to help with some of the interference or vibration as well. If somebody's walking across the floor, maybe it won't skip the record as easily. So that's a good thing. So we've started from the bottom up. Let's go to the platter assembly. Now, of course, you can see they've given you a acrylic turntable mat. It's quite rigid, okay? It's much the same, consistency as a vinyl record. And the theory is that when you put your record straight onto a metal platter, the contact and the vibration of the vinyl could vibrate the metal platter and cause some interference. But of course, we all use rubber, cork, there's all kinds of different mats, and everyone's got their own preferences. A lot of people do like the acrylic mat. As a matter of fact, if we go over to the RT85 turntable on their website here, you can see that they do have the acrylic platter. Well, of course, that costs more money. So there you have it. But if you don't have that much money and you're not willing to spend quite that much on your turntable, as you can see, I got a different photograph here, you can get the one with just the acrylic mat. It's a nice touch. It brings you a little closer to the more expensive model, okay? It's a nice compromise between just the plain old rubber and the actual acrylic platter. So that's a nice touch. Now, as well, with the platter as an upgrade from the RT81 and the RT80, they've also, I've got the belt off here so I can take the platter off for you. They've also reinforced the, they've put some dampening material, it's like a rubbery, around the inside of the platter. So helps to dampen any vibration and adds a little bit of flywheel effect to it as well, a little bit of weight to it as well. So we'll get that back there, right? Once you get that on there and you get your mat on like this, absolutely no ringing whatsoever from that platter. I mean, as well as we're beating this thing up, I'll just show you. This thing's solid, okay? I mean, it's a solid turntable, and it's a beautiful turntable as well. Of course, one of the things I love about Fluance's turntables is the speed control. Look at, I have lots of records that are 45, 12-inch 45s, 12-inch 33, and I like the idea that I can just switch speeds just like that. I don't have to remove the platter or anything. And of course, the on-off switch is there too, all in one little dial. So that is nice. The, we all love the features. The S-shaped tone arm, well, that's what I went for in the beginning when I was choosing a turntable. There's no particular advantages between a straight tone arm and an S-shaped. They both have their pluses and minuses, of course. These aren't perfect. They do trace an arc across the record, although the geometry of a good turntable will allow the cartridge to stay aligned as it goes across because of the way it moves forward as it goes across. So it tries to stay in alignment with the grooves. It does quite well, and actually this turntable has great geometry. The S-shaped tone arm is just, for most people, I think it's just aesthetics. It looks good. There are some advantages as far as resonance because it's got the bends in it. There's less chance of it resonating because of the interruptions from these bends. But there are turntables out there that have the straight tone arms where they use like carbon fiber and stuff where, the resonance is quite good as well. So for me, it wasn't a sound quality issue as much it was just the looks of it. I just prefer an S-shaped tone arm. That's all. So for me, that was a plus. Anti-skating, of course. The cartridge that this one comes with, I'll just take this off for you. I do have the stylus guard on. Well, I'll just quickly take that off so we can see. It's the Audio-Technica VM95E. There's pictures of it on their website. Good cartridge. You know, the nice thing about these turntables, all of them really, before I get to the cartridge, is that you can just really swap cartridges out just like that. If you have another cartridge that's pre-mounted on a head shell like this, you pop this off, you take your other cartridge, you pop it on, 2 seconds later, you set your counterweight, you get yourself a little scale so you can quickly do your stylus pressure. Boom, you've got another cartridge on there. 2 minutes, if that, right? So that's what I love. The cartridge, the Audio-Technica has redesigned these so that you can interchange the styluses, or the styli, I guess is what you'd want to call it. And they have a variety of styli available to you. There's the one that's on there, the green. I think there's a mono one. There's this is the elliptical. I think there's a microline stylus. There's a nude stylus. All these styluses will fit on this cartridge. So if you want to upgrade the turntable with a better stylus, you don't have to buy a whole new cartridge. You just pop that one off, slide one of those babies on, and you're good to go. So I love that about these S-shaped tone arms, because you can quickly switch cartridges, and Audio-Technica has made it possible for you to upgrade your stylus, which I might do just for fun, you know. So that is really what they've done to this to make it more appealing and bring it a little step closer to the RT-85, which is their sort of top of the line turntable. Now let's not forget about the back panel here. We want to mention this turntable does come with the built-in preamplifier, so you can hook it straight up to powered speakers. You don't need any external phono preamp at all, but if you do want to use an external one, well then of course you can just turn this one off. Also, your auto shutoff is there. It shuts off the turntable platter after a few revolutions when it gets to the end of the record. Nice little feature there, just in case you're not right there to shut it off. Of course, the RCA connectors, it's nice that you can use your own cables if you want, which I do recommend you get some good quality cables for this, and there's your ground hub there as well. It does come with its own set of cables, so you don't have to buy them, but I put a better set on. I have a lot of AC cords around here, and I found the ones that came with it were picking up just a little bit of hum, so I put some better ones on, and it solved that problem. Well, now this turntable has the motor, as you saw. I'll take that off once more for you so that we can just look at it, because, well, it's a beauty thing. It's a beauty thing. There's the motor there. Of course, the belt goes around on the inside here on this part of the platter. The more expensive Fluance turntables have the motor on the outside of the platter, and the belt goes around the outside of the platter. And the advantage to that is a little bit more stability as far as speed goes. You know, you're driving a larger diameter with a faster motor. You might get a little bit more stability speed-wise out of that. So when you pay more money, of course, you're going to get, you know, a better quality motor and a better quality, you know, better design. But I have to tell you, don't tell Fluance I said this. I did a speed test on this thing, and it's bang on. It's bang on. So if you want to go the extra mile and do the whole RT-85, it's got the nice, you know, acrylic platter, which is very heavy, and the heaviness of that platter also helps with stability. It's got that nice flywheel effect, the inertia effect of the weight of it. But if you want to do that, that's your choice. That's the beauty of this. And the wood finish they've got on here is awesome. You know what they've got? They've got a black matte finish and a white matte finish as well. The matte finishes, I bet you they're beautiful too. I will leave this with you. Let's put the lid back on. I don't think this should be too difficult to slide this thing back on here and have that on the ready just in case. There it is, the Fluance RT81 Plus. Thank you, Fluance, for providing me with this product to show people, and I give it a big thumbs up, and I'm personally very happy with all of their turntables. So you can't go wrong. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope this helped you in your choice, whether you're buying one for the first time or you're upgrading. I hope this video was a help to you. And thank you so much for watching. More videos are coming up soon. right here on Vinyl TV. Don't forget, vinyl is vinyl. Cheers.